Good morning, guys. So what do you think? Could anyone make that jump?
Yes!
No, you're all thinking like me, right? No way. And more importantly, why would you want to? That's what I was thinking when I first saw that footage back in 1995 at a corporate event just like this one. I was sitting in the audience like you guys and pondering the fact that I hadn't been able to go on the roller coaster recently. I was too scared. And looking at that and feeling physically ill and thinking, why would anyone want to do that? But as Glenn spoke to us that day, he had some really interesting points about fear, about how the brain works and about how it's segmented into different parts, and that those parts often conflict to prevent us doing things like going on the roller coaster. So at the end of his presentation that day, I thought, I want to learn more about this guy. So I queued up to speak to him, and when it got to be my turn, I shook his hand as firmly as I could and I said, that was the most incredible thing I have ever seen. Could I buy you a cup of coffee after this and learn a little bit more about how you do that? And he said yes to the cup of coffee. And we got married. It was a really good cup of coffee. And after that, life went on very much as it had before. I kept working in the corporate world, and Glenn kept going off, having those adventures that you've just seen a tiny little bit of, until it was almost a year later, I came home from a really frustrating day at the office. So I'd managed to lose a couple of our major clients, and Glenn came home all excited because he'd just been out to lunch with a mountaineering friend who'd just come back from climbing this stunning mountain in Nepal called Armadablam. And Adam said to Glenn, Glenn, you didn't jump off the highest cliff in the world. There's a higher vertical cliff on Armadablam. So you guys know what's coming next, right? Because you simply can't say to someone like Glenn, you didn't jump off the biggest, the best, the highest. But that day, I got in first. And I said to him, well, this would be a perfect opportunity to prove your theory that anyone can do it. You can put it to a really big test. You can train me. And together we can climb and fly off Armadablam. It would be really romantic.